What's up, craft kids?
If you're looking for an ornament to make on your own this year, check this one out. All right, so all you're gonna need for this project are popsicle sticks, white paint, paint brushes, some Elmer's glue, or any kind of glue,
some gems for buttons, an orange foam sheet for a carrot nose, and different colors of felt for scarves and a hat.
and you're gonna need some twine or string to make this thing into an ornament.
And lastly, we'll need a fine point
or ultra fine point Sharpie, whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
First thing to do is paint the popsicle sticks white.
You'll also need scissors.
So our next step is to do the hat, which our hat will be black, but we're gonna have a strip of felt going on each one, like across the hat, so we get to pick a color that we want.
So I'm gonna cut us out little squares to cut our hats from. We don't have a template for the hat, so we just kind of have to wing it, but that's more fun that way. So we're working with this felt fabric just to make a hat in whichever way we see makes the most sense for our particular snowman, Popsicle Stick Snowman. So have fun with it, be creative.
The next step is we're gonna take our colored felt and we're gonna cut it and make a ribbon across the brim of the hat.
These are coming along. I like it.
Our next step is going to be taking our sheet of orange foam and we're going to cut out our carrot noses and we're going to put them on here.
This foam is super nice to work with. It's a lot nicer to work with than the felt. So this actually gives us an opportunity to, if we wanted to, draw our nose on here. Sometimes it's a little more comfortable when you can draw it first and then cut it out instead of just cutting it out right away. That may be a little bit of too big of a nose, but I'm gonna go big, and if I have to trim it down, I'll trim it down.
So when I was cutting the foam, I was obviously, holding it with my fingers, and my nail happened to poke into it, and I noticed it leaves a mark. But, and we kind of know how sometimes carrots can have like those little creases and, imperfections. So I'm wondering if we do that on our carrot noses, that could add like a cool touch to it.
I think we're gonna do that. I think that's a cool idea.
Let's try it.
You're just gonna have to help me because my fingernails aren't long enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome, I love it.
I don't know if it'll like fix itself over time. That's possible.
It might.
Now that we have our hats, our popsicle sticks, and our noses, we're gonna draw on the face.
So Maddie's doing it in pencil first, which is a great idea. I'm gonna do the same thing. Make sure we get it right, and we'll color it over with Sharpie. So cool.
Yeah. All right, so our next step is going to be doing the scarves, and for this you're going to need your colored felt of your color choice, You'll need scissors, and you'll eventually need glue to glue it on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a white Posca or any paint marker, and we're just gonna do dots on it to act as little snowflakes on the scarves. So that's what we're gonna do next.
So what we're doing is we've got our felt the right length, and now we're just cutting some little slits in the end to give it that spandex scarf look that we're going for. Look how cool these look. They're awesome. So at this point, our camera died, the battery died. So what we did from this point forward was we decorated by using paint marker, and it just leaked out all over my hand, and putting dabs to represent snowflakes. So this is what we did. You can see on the design here, that's what we're going for. And we actually decided that we would do the back as well, because you're going to be able to see the back of the ornament. And some of these came through. You don't have to do a whole lot on the back, but and you can even, if you want to be thorough, you can even do this piece, but it's not going to be seen. But just to be thorough. So there's that part. And we'll glue this all together in just a few moments. But I wanted to show you the steps you missed. So this is how it's coming together so far. Just a couple of things left. One is the string that will be glued on up top. And another thing are these little, what we're using, little gems as buttons. But it's not necessary to have, if you don't have these type of gems, it's no big deal, because you can literally take a Sharpie and draw 1, 2, 3 buttons on there. Okay, we just so happen to have some of these. Take this scarf. No, I actually don't want to take it off. I just want to set it in position. I know just about where to put these guys. One. Two. And 3. That's how those work. Now we will just glue it all together. I'm going to put a healthy amount of glue right up here. I'm going to lay the twine in here. Okay, and the trick is another pretty sizable daub of glue. And then we're actually going to put just a little bit going up that piece of twine and a little bit going up that piece of twine, and we're going to give it the old smusheroo. We're going to just push it all together. Okay, and we're going to try hard not to upset the apple cart, meaning what that means is try not to move that at all. Okay. Okay, to be remember we're using Elmer's glue, so we have to remember things are going to take time to dry. All right, so let's flip this open. We can put a little dab in the back to help secure that. We can put a little dab here, and by little I mean huge. I'm going to fold this over. Make sure the glue gets nice and in there. And then of course we need one more here. Flip that right over. Beautiful. And you can see how these are going to come out. Okay, or how this one's going to match these. It's going to be twins with this one, and it's going to match this one that Madeline did. And Odin even got into the action at the craft night at the school when we brought these over to the school and helped people make these. Odin got into the action. Landon, unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it to the craft night, so we'll have to see if we can get him in on making one of these, and Mom too. So, all right, there it is. Snowmen. These little ornaments are super cool. Popsicle Sticks Snowmen. They came out awesome. Did you have fun making them, Maddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really had a blast making them. Sorry about the little technical difficulties with losing some of our video, but hopefully the step-by-step instructions that were inserted are enough to help you along. So hopefully they made these.
Yeah.
And what should they do with them once they make them?
You should hang them up on the tree.
Hang them right up on your Christmas trees. You could even make this a gift if you wanted to give this away to someone for Christmas, and it could go on the tree for the remainder of the time you have it up, or put it on the tree next year. But what a great idea. These are super cool, super easy to make. Most of these materials you probably have lying around. You might have to, so you could also substitute. You don't have to use felt. We could have used construction paper. There's different options. We also could have just painted on a nose, but make the best of it. Whatever you have around, just kind of go ahead and use that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So be sure to check out our Christmas playlist in the description below. And until we see you next time, keep drawing, stay awesome, Merry Christmas, bye! You're giving these weeds a workout.